Welcome back to the grid, everyone. Blurred Grammar here, and this is my take on the parallels between Spider-Man No Way Home and the comic book inspiration for the film The Amazing Spider-Man One More Day. Before we get started, drop in the comments if you've read the comic before. Are there more topics you guys want me to explore? Put those answers below. As always, smash the like button to show your support for this type of content and to help spread this to others. Hit subscribe and the bell icon to join the grid. Now let's get into parallels between Spider-Man No Way Home and The Amazing Spider-Man One More Day. The first parallel being Peter's encounter with Doctor Strange. The primary focus of the first act of the No Way Home film is the scene between Strange and Peter casting the spell for the first time. In the comic, Peter also goes to see Strange for a very similar reason, the people he loves. Specifically here, he's fighting for May after she's been shot. He blames himself for it, similar to how Peter in No Way Home blames himself for the issues of the people around him, simply because they know him. Peter in the comics believed that May didn't know that he was Spider-Man, and if she wasn't so close to him, she wouldn't have been shot. Peter in No Way Home felt that Ned and MJ not getting into MIT was his fault. He also felt that Happy and May were in a worse place as well because of him, since they became a part of the CDC investigation. No Way Home's plot puts Peter Parker in a situation where he feels that everything will be fixed if people forget who he is. Once the spell starts though, he quickly remembers that there are people he would like to still remember him, thus sending the entire spell into a downward spiral. Similarly in the comic series, Peter believes that he can fix what happened to May if he can get back to the time where the shooter fired and stop it from happening. Strange warns him that what he is trying to do is dangerous, but also very unlikely to be effective. What ultimately happens is that Peter does get the chance to go back and attempt to fix things, but cannot stop any of the actions from playing out in a different way. No Way Home made mention multiple times that Peter regards the reasoning behind him trying to change things was for other people in his life. He tells Strange that this isn't about me. A lot of people are being hurt because of me, specifically because they know him. In the comics, it's the same. Peter believes that if his identity had not been released, then the people after him would not be. Aunt May would not have been shot if not for him being Spider-Man. At the end of No Way Home, Strange again has to try to contain the spell that went wrong. Everything tied to that spell starts to leak through the multiverse, so Strange and Peter decide that the original version is the way to go. What happens here though now is that everyone will forget who Peter Parker is, including his girlfriend MJ. At the end of the movie, Peter attempts to reconnect with MJ but realizes that things are working out at the moment, or the time is just not right. He believes that somewhere deep down she has some memory of him, but doesn't push to bring it out. Likewise in the comic series, MJ and Peter make the decision to have their marriage forgotten. The slight difference here though is, it happens because of Mephisto, which is why a lot of people thought Doctor Strange in No Way Home was a Mephisto sighting. At the end of the series, Peter and MJ do reconnect at a party for Harry Osborn, and it seems like they are on frosty terms. Peter continues to look for MJ even after starting another conversation with a different young lady. MJ then decides to leave. Peter watches her, but similar to the movie, he doesn't press the issue. Peter gets what he wants in saving Aunt May, but still loses in the game of love. So these are my 5 parallels between the No Way Home film and the inspiration behind the plot of the One More Day comic series. Did you learn anything from these? Have you read the comic series before? Do you think there are more parallels we could discuss?
If so, drop those in the comments section below.
As always, don't forget to hit that like button to show support for this type of content. And share this with friends to join the discussion. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell to join the grid so you don't miss any of the future content. And hey, if you like this video, I think you will also like this one. Until next time, grid out.